For my project, I used processing to make a bunch of balls bounce around a screen. Processing is a Java-based coding software meant for coding with visual arts, which basically means that it is writing lines of code to make shapes do things or look a certain way. To start, you're going to want to use void setup and void draw. Everything in void setup is done once at the beginning of the process, and everything in void draw is done continuously throughout the entirety of it running. Shapes are a very large part of my project in that they are what you're going to see. They aren't necessarily doing the most, but they are there. You can use ellipses and rectangles and polygons, but I stuck to ellipses and rectangles because polygons are kind of hard. Variables are used frequently in processing. Ints, floats, and booleans are the main three that we use. Ints are whole numbers, floats are not whole numbers, and booleans are just yes and no. Movement is all about changing the position value of the shapes. So if you want it to move horizontally across the screen, you would make the X value increase. And if you wanted it to move vertically across the screen, you would make the Y value increase. You can also make them decrease, which would make them move in the opposite direction. If statements are pretty self-explanatory. It pretty much means if something happens, then something else happens.